Welcome to the Triwizarding Secrets Dialogue Part 1. As usual, special thanks below for the early access. We have the dialogue for Part 1. And here we go, we're going to go straight into it. Intro, Hermione. We're getting reports of another surge. Harry's off pursuing a possible lead on the Unforgivable, but given its focus on the events of the 1994 Triwizard Tournament, it's safe to assume that he's influencing the Calamity. Constance. What a relief. I'm not sure I have the energy to deal with a dark surge in addition to our investigation into how Kit Gerard ended up in a portrait at Hogwarts. Hermione. Agreed. They're more concerned about who sealed him in there. His memories have been completely obliterated, just like the informant who warned us about the Unforgivable. Could they have been responsible for the disappearance of the London 5-2? Edward Scott. Hello, you're new. Sorry to interrupt, but it's an emergency. A major Muggle news outlet just published the first in a series of exposés that threaten to reveal the existence of magic. Since the reporter Bryce Bedu documented Calamity activity, the French ministry is asking for your cooperation in handling the incident. Hermione. I suppose my questions about Kit Gerard's disappearance will have to wait. Right now our focus must be on ending this surge and stopping these exposés before the International Statute of Secrecy is breached any further. I'm dying to see what Harry's lead is on the LA Unforgivable. That'd be interesting. So, placing an image. Brilliant Mad Eye, Moody's eye. Constance, I'm not mad at the reporter for trying to expose the existence of magic. If I were a Muggle who just spotted a fire-breathing chicken trying to eat a prosthetic eye, I'd want to write about it too. This is strictly off the record, but sometimes I wonder if we should continue to keep the existence of magic a secret from Muggles? Constance. Don't misunderstand, I would never intentionally violate the statute of secrecy, but Muggles have come a long way since witch hunts. Is it wrong for me to want us to all live together? No, but all in net's going to jump on that. Brilliant Goblet of Fire. Hermione. Among other anomalies, Bado describes seeing little blue monsters flying around a wooden goblet that, despite being lit with a blue flame, never burns. He even has the pictures to prove it. It's funny. The US Task Force has kept the Calamity out of the Muggle eye so well all this time. I suppose I grew complacent that a statute of secrecy breach of this magnitude wouldn't happen. Constance. That's understandable, isn't it? Especially considering that between the Unforgivable and the rise of adversaries, we have arguably more important things to worry about. Hermione. We should let this serve as a reminder that even at its most benign, the Calamity is still inherently dangerous and a threat. Fleur Delacour. Hermione. I had the opportunity to interview one of the agents in Badu's pictures. He insists he had no idea how a Muggle was able to photograph him returning a foundable without him noticing. He assured me he took all the proper protocols to prevent detection, but admitted to a colleague in French that he couldn't remember if he'd cast a Muggle-repelling charm around the trace. Those French lessons I took from Fleur are really paying off, aren't they? So, one of the SOS Task Force was supposed to be dealing with the incident and made a mistake. Oh yes, it's late. The actual event is going on right now. I'm not playing it until tomorrow till it's daylight and I can vlog it. Viktor Krum. Constance. Don't tell Lucas, but I've fancied Viktor Krum ever since he led Bulgaria to victory in the 2014 Quidditch World Cup. I about died when he cried after catching the snitch. Hermione. Admittedly, when I first met Victor, I pegged him as a bit of a brute. But the more I got to know him, the more I realised how kind and captivating he could be. We even attended the Yule Ball together. Mwaha. Constance, really? You're not yanking my wand? Hermione, I'm serious. We still keep in touch. I could introduce you if you'd like. Constance, does the Nifner like shiny things? I do actually like waiting until I actually record this video to see the dialogue for the first time. Barty Crouch Sr. Constance. Explain something to me, Edward. The French ministry know the reporter's name, where he works, and presumably where he lives. Why don't they just show up at his door, erase his memory of magic, and put an end to all this? Edward Scoot. It's not that easy. Bryce Bedu has proved surprisingly hard to track down. If I didn't know better, I'd say he was hiding from us. The end dialogue. Hermione. The team's done a good job of getting this surge under control, while we do damage control. But it won't mean much if we can't track Bryce Bedu down and erase those memories. Constance. I've been thinking, Hermione, is this manhunt really necessary? Most readers have been dismissing his evidence of magic as hogwash. Hermione. Yes, but plenty do believe his claims. more than enough to pose a serious risk to the International Statute of Wizarding secrecy, not to mention that others may be persuaded the more evidence he releases. Constance. Pity Harry's still away. I know he can't really control the Calamity, but perhaps he could do something to help. Hermione. Harry will be back soon. So will the Surge, for that matter. We should use this lull between ways to increase our search for the reporter. It's odd that despite being pursued by both the British and French ministries, he still managed to elude us. So that is the part 1 dialogue. All heating up, ready for part 2. Let me know in the comments below what you think. And also, we will now be recording the second part now. So I'm looking forward to completing this, so you're going to have to wait. Well, at least a little while. So that's the end of this one. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at the Zealman and Instagram and all that wonderful stuff. Let me know in the comments below what you think. And brush up your spells. Get your ones ready. Wizard Unite.